Hello and welcome to another taste challenge. This is a mid-morning taste challenge. We have, if you want to use the word challenge, that's a stretch. But we have two Canadian blended whiskeys. One is well known, and one is well known in the South, but maybe not anywhere else in the Deep South. Okay, this, in fact, Deep South was one of their brands of mayonnaise and everything. This is premium Canadian. WD Premium Canadian Whiskey with natural flavors, 40% alcohol, no age statement, but we know it's at least 3 years old. Exclusively sold at Winn-Dixie stores, owned by Aldi as of 2024. There's a fleur-de-lis on a medallion with the fleur-de-lis, I guess, represents the French people of Canada, and the two lions represent the British people of Canada. This medallion was drawn probably in 1970. It could have been older than that because I've been seeing this stuff my whole life at Winn-Dixie stores. And you see people in Louisiana buying it actually quite often. I wouldn't say they give it as a graduation gift or a wedding gift, but they buy it for utilitarian reasons, I guess you'd say. Premium Canadian. I don't know what criteria they use to determine premium in this case, but distributed by Winn-Dixie Stores Incorporated, Jacksonville, Florida. Bottled by Wide World Importers, Frankfort, Kentucky. Correct. And believe it or not, there is a website listing. We can look it up. Okay, here's Crown Royal Black, the famous Crown Royal Black, introduced 14 years ago. 14 years ago. It's got the black felt bag as a higher proof Crown Royal and a darker, stronger. Well, higher proof would be stronger, right? Okay, so ta-da! Oh boy, we're at the end. The bitter end, I'm afraid. Now, this product, the Winn-Dixie WD liquors, as they call it officially, the WD Premium. Well, I guess it is Winn-Dixie. WD is Premium Canadian. Is $13.99 this month to the end of the month at any Winn-Dixie store. It's only sold at Winn-Dixie. It's $13.99 this month to the end of the month at any Winn-Dixie store. It's only sold at Winn-Dixie. $13.99. Now, if you buy a handle of this, and you can get handles at some stores like Total Wine with the handle on the back. That'll run you, look, there's not much left. That'll run you about $56, $55.99, I think. So is it really that much better? The answer is yes. Now you might be laughing and saying, you haven't tasted it yet. You're saying it's better. Believe me, it's better. Made a hiss with all the air building up in it. Okay, that's it. It's gone. After all these taste challenges, Crown Royal Black is finished. I don't know why. I just thought it would stay. It would last forever. It would never go away. Burley Sullivan says, you. My response is, you to you. Okay. Even. Good. So there's Premium Canadian from WD, and here's the black from Crown Royal. Get the last few drips. I'm gonna miss you, Crown. I'm gonna miss you, man. Gonna miss you, Crown Royal Black. Okay. Well, it's a lot darker because it is aged in charred oak barrels. They show that on the website, charred oak. So that's going to give it that dark appearance. Is it possible they're tweaking it with some caramel coloring? Anything's possible. It's not forbidden in Canada. Now, this one's pretty light, so I don't know. It doesn't look like they're adding coloring. And in fact, on the website and on the bottle, it doesn't say anything about coloring added. It says flavors added, natural flavors, with natural flavors, which is allowed. I didn't say it was desired. I said it's allowed. So there you go. Winn-Dixie Canadian whiskey, 1.75 liters. Then they repeat it, 1.75 LT. I don't know whether it's in the alcohol section. Makes sense. 13. I think I paid $14.99 when I bought it, but it wasn't on sale. Naturally, it seemed like every time I bought a Winn-Dixie liquor, I would pay the full price, which is, and then it would go on sale a week later, and I could have saved $2 or $3, or at least $1. So I had bad luck. Like I'd buy it, go back there the next time to look for something else, and it'd be lower. So I probably could have saved $10 if I'd caught these sales, but you know, I don't always know how to manage something like that. Only at Winn-Dixie we get it, not for delivery. You can only pick it up in the store. All right, and that's it. They don't say anything else about it, and there's not much to say. Okay, Crown Royal Black in 2010, and I believe there's a new bottle, but they're just hitting the store, so you may not see it for months. There's a crown for King Charles III, King of Canada, a purple pillow with a purple curtains pulled back, revealing it. A rich and powerful blend of Canadian whiskey, all the signature smoothness of Crown Royal matured in charred oak barrels and blended at a higher proof for a rich gold finish. Is this popular? Well, I mean, it has a following. I wouldn't say it's super popular, but you know, you have a few people that drink it. Rich oak with sweet maple notes, creamy, velvety dried fruit notes, fig, maybe, deep bourbon style notes with an unmistakable finish. Okay. Blender's mash. I think Blender's mash was not. And it was previously called bourbon mash. Yeah, see, they're not listing it. They listed it, but they're not listing it. There's the Master Series, and they always add into that every week. They got the single malt now. There's XO with the new bottle. See, new bottle, reserve. I just did that this morning. Barley edition. Flavors. There's the blackberry. Oh, man. Then there's the section, retired whiskeys. Red, honey, maple, wine barrel finish, XR. Oh, I'd love to have tried the XR. Texas mesquite. People said it was nasty. Oh, yeah, see, Blender's mash. Retired. Winter wheat. Still see that one around. Cornerstone. Wouldn't you love to try them all? But then, how can you manage it? You know, how can you manage it? I never had those canned cocktails. They're kind of expensive, and I know what those things taste like. They're all good, yes, but I can get them for half price from other companies. Blackberry flavored whiskey. It didn't say infused with blackberries. It says infused with the flavor of fresh blackberries, meaning some kind of extract. But that's cool, you know, but whatever. People bought it so fast, it went out of stock in one day. And actually, I've never tried a Crown Royal flavored whiskey, but people are always raving about them, because there's a number of flavors. All right, enough's enough. Let's go with the tasting. As soon as I mix them up. All righty. Got to keep my eyes closed. If I glance at the very dark one, I'm going to know what it is. It smells like grain, fermented and distilled grain. Makes sense, doesn't it? But I mean, I'm not being flipped. That's what it smells like. This smells a lot richer. Like I'm picking up that, what I get with Crown Royals, like that oak that's saturated with whiskey. It's like saturated whiskey. I'm sorry, saturated oak. Not much here. So I'm thinking this is the Winn-Dixie, but let's go with the taste. There you go. WD Liquors. WD Liquors presents Premium Canadian I figured, well, I may as well buy the whole lineup. Yes, I have to admit, I did buy the Scotch. They don't make an Irish. I'd buy that. Bought the rum, silver and gold, even though they had one mislabeled. It's funny. It was really funny. You'll see when I get to. I bought the tequila, silver and gold. Didn't buy the gin. You know, I don't really deal with gin on this channel, but I could get it. And I didn't buy the vodka, the regular strength or the 100 proof. So I guess, okay, I didn't buy them all. But I bought many of them. Okay. So that one's pretty good if you like vanilla flavor. I can open my eyes now. There's no way I'm going to mix them up. There you go. Ha, got it. Hey, Ron, says Maxwell. Hello to you, Maxwell, in the Russian Federation. Have you ever had Michener's straight rye? I was tempted to buy that. No. I've had Templeton rye, which is not straight rye, by the way. It's just rye whiskey. I think they're adding flavoring, but I can't prove it, but I get the impression. It's pretty good. Okay, now bye-bye, Crown Royal Black. We really enjoyed your experience here. Certainly one I'd buy again, at least in theory. In reality, no, because I've got 1,000 other ones to buy. But it's everything they say. Now, I don't know about the figs and all of this stuff that they'll describe, because I'll never pick up that. To me, it's like sugar water. You know, whiskey tastes like sugar water. But you get the charred oak. You get the deep-seated flavor, like the rich, deep flavor. Rich, deep flavor. I like it better than regular Crown Royal. If I was looking to buy a Crown Royal, and I really would be, because there's more I need to buy. I mean, need, if we should use the word need. I don't need to do it, but I would like to buy other variants, certainly over the next few years, after I get past my backlog, which might take the rest of my life, the way it's going. But they make wonderful whiskeys. I don't know why people slag on it. I really don't understand that. You'll see people say, oh, Crown Royal, it's so bad. And I'm tasting it. I'm like, what are they talking about? There's nothing bad about it. It's like all good and not bad at all. All right, but anyway, I don't know. So, got the charred oak. You got brings in a little vanilla. Like they say on their website, it has a bourbon-like quality, but they got to stay away from that word bourbon, man. They got so much controversy with that 6 years ago. But I would buy the black over the regular. Personally, if I'm going to buy Crown Royal, and I'm an 80 proof guy, I told you that, but in this case, I'd rather have this one. It's got, now I like regular Crown Royal, don't get me wrong. Don't take this the wrong way. But this one has more character. It's got more excitement. Well, it's kind of like Johnny Walker. Do I like Johnny Walker Red Label? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But I'd rather buy the double black. Pay a little bit more, but the double black is the way to go, in my opinion. I never had the black. Can you believe this? In my whole life, I never had Johnny Walker Black Label. But my intention is to correct that. All right. But I might be 80 years old by the time I correct. Okay. This one is funny. Is there anything positive to say about the Crown, the Winn-Dixie Premium Canadian Blended? I mean, you could easily target it with cheap jokes because it's an easy target. It's a private label brand. It's $13.99 for this huge bottle. It's whiskey with natural flavors, which is allowed in Canada without disclosure, I might add. But it's not really fair. I mean, for what it is, private label. brand bottled at a certain distillery in Frankfort, Kentucky. And we all might be able to guess who that is. But from a company who just happens to seem like they make everybody's private label liquors, but such as Caliber and Grand Legacy. It's all right. I mean, I can't sit here and say it tastes bad. It tastes strange. It's smooth. It's easy going. It's mild, mellow. Do I like vanilla? Yeah. Do I like pecan oil or walnut oil? I guess I do. You can buy little tins of it at the store. People cook with it, I guess. The grocery store sell like pecan oil, walnut oil. It'll cost a fortune in that tin. I was like, why would somebody pay so much for this? It's like a little steel container, and it's got a little twist cap on it, metal cap, from some gourmet oil company. I said, oh, no. Maybe they put it on salad or whatever. I couldn't imagine paying that much for that. And then I think there was almond. What was it? Grapeseed, almond, pecan, walnut. But when I saw the price, I said, no way. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. Well, like George Harrison said, all things must end. And this must end. So this is the end of it. I got one drop left. Look at that. Settle down. One little drop. I mean, literally a drop. But we can't waste it. After all, it's so good. But I suppose we'll never see Crown Royal Black again on this channel. But it was a fun experience. And interesting, but that's it. So I'm going to place it in a dignified area for a used whiskey bottle, which is in the trash. All right. There you go. Go away. All right. So guess next week I'll start some. Looks like that would be it for now. But next week I'll start some. Well, I'll close out the WD. I got to do Crown Royal XO. As if you want to call that a challenge, okay, I'm calling it a challenge, but it's not going to be a challenge. It's going to be a joke, really. Good trot says cheers. Cheers to you. But Crown Royal XO is fantastic. I know. And so WD's got no chance. So WD, you can watch the last installment where you can see WD get totally annihilated by Crown Royal XO as expected. And then that'll go on the shelf and won't be touched much more for the rest of my life. It took a week to go this far. What's that? 20% of it. And it'll take 10 years to do the rest. And that's fine with me. Okay. Once I get past this, and I'll be glad when it's over. Not that I'm suffering, but I'll just be glad when it's over because it's not exciting either. Then we're going to move on, and I'm bringing in another private label. You say, oh, what in the world is wrong with you? Well, got this sinus problem. I got this allergy problem because whatever in the air, and they were saying bad air quality today, like this haze or something. So yeah, but it's going to clear up. But no, I went to Trader Joe's and they had this new Irish whiskey, a brand new Irish whiskey, Eyed and Stills. I think it's called Eyed and Stills. I said, I ain't never heard of this. But they listed the company on there. So I came home and when I had time, I started researching it. It's a real company. They make real whiskey. But they were saying that this particular one is made for Trader Joe, not Trader Joe's, for Total Wine. So it says on the website, this product is made for Total Wine only. So it's made by this whiskey company. Oh, you know what? They don't make whiskey. It's a broker. They only buy and sell whiskey. So it's made by somebody, probably Middleton Distillery, but it's which is like the big mass production company over there, churning out stuff 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. But this broker company got it arranged. They got it arranged where this would be made for Total Wine stores, and it only hit the market last year, 2023, and it was a decent price. It was only about what, $17.99, $17.99, and I bought it. And earlier this week, I tried it, or was it last week? And I say, you know what? It's really good. Incredible? No. Amazing? No. Remarkable? Not really. Run of the mill as far as like the same as most Irish whiskeys? Yeah. Will it compete well against your other Irish whiskeys, your Paddies, your Teeling? Well, not Teeling. How about Paddies? What's that? DEW, Tullamore DEW, Jameson, Bushmills. Yeah, it'll be right there with those. It'll be right there with those. But look how much cheaper. $10 cheaper in some cases. So before you knock it, you got to try it. Now, does this one compete with the more pronounced or more famous Canadian whiskeys? No. Crown Royal. What's that big one? Black Velvet. Oh, I forgot to bring in Black Velvet. That's right. I got to do Black Velvet. I'm glad I reminded myself. It's not going to compete against Black Velvet, and Black Velvet's not really that good to me. Canadian Club, it would never compete. It would never make it against Canadian Club. Couldn't make it. Wouldn't make it. It's not going to make it. But I don't have any on hand, so we're not going to try. All right, so yeah, I'm going to do Black Velvet after I'm finished with Crown Royal, and it's going to get beat. It'll get beat. But then we're going on to the other. All right, so once we finish our exploration through Ireland, and I've never been to Ireland, but I flew over it in a plane on the way to England. You could see it down there. It was a bunch of land. Like, you know what I mean? Look like farms, whatever. You say, but it's green. It's so green. Well, I know it looked like Louisiana. It's all green. But hillier. Well, North Louisiana. Yeah, North Louisiana and Ireland, they're probably about the same. Hilly. But then we're going to bring in a single malt Scotch. I think you're going to be quite surprised. In fact, I think you're going to be amazed. And I know I'm amazed. I still can't get over it. What a deal. What an incredible deal. It's like, well, you're not going to believe it. You're just not going to believe it. I still can't believe it. And that's what I'm looking forward to. That's going to be about a month and a half, but I can't wait. All right, maybe a month. Mr. R says good morning. Good morning to you. So thank y'all for watching, and see y'all next week for Crown Royal XO blowing up WD Premium Canadian, because there ain't no way it's got a chance. Yeah, Thundering Thursday, 6:30 Eastern time tonight. Get ready, 6:30 Eastern time this evening.